out to you when you look at the Seahawks offense?
Just an offense that's well-rounded. Gino's obviously playing really good football this year. He got selected for his first Pro Bowl. The running game is playing really well. Very, very good backs. Offensive line is moving good, getting people off the ball. Obviously, we know the receiver can make big plays down the field, across the middle. So just overall, just an offense that's really connected, doing things the right way and playing really, really good football right now.
Do you feel like, when we talked to you Monday after everything kind of fell away over the weekend, do you feel like there's sort of new life in the locker room after the way things went over the weekend, and just kind of knowing that you guys can still make the playoffs?
Yeah, in a sense, that we still have a chance to do what we all set out to do for this year. But we can't really get ourselves in that mindset like, oh yeah, we gotta do this just because we got another chance. That's just mandatory. That's our standard. That's how we want to practice every day. That's how we want to go out and perform every day. So thankfully we still got a chance to make the playoffs. But as far as it being like extra motivation or paying attention to doing something a little bit more, that should be our mindset every time we come to work. So.
But it has to feel good that despite the month that you had, you still have an opportunity to make the postseason.
Yeah, for sure. We put in a lot of hard work all season. Unfortunately, the last month, last 4 games hasn't gone like we wanted to. But like we said, we have a great opportunity this weekend to try to put our best foot forward. And we understand what's at hand. If we don't come back with a victory, we know exactly what that's going to look like. So when we cut on the tape Monday, when we get back, man, win, lose, or draw, we got to go out there and make sure we're giving everything that we have because there's pretty much no tomorrow after Sunday if we don't come back with a victory.
As a defense, what does it take to do this time of year when you know the teams are playing too, just like you guys have to win?
Yeah, the teams that obviously get turnovers, get off the field on third down, and execute. That's what it's going to come down to every single game, especially on the defensive side. We've seen firsthand how it looks when we can play, 3 great quarters, 3 and a half, 4 1/4 of a quarter. It can come down to one play. It can come down it can come down at any point at any time. So as a defense, we hold ourselves to a high standard, and we wouldn't want it any other way. We want to strive to be perfect every game. We want to strive to have perfect communication, hard effort, all technique, all those good things, and the great defense find a way to do that.
Your defense has played well the last couple of weeks, but it's had times where the 96-yard drive or the 51-yard touchdown against Detroit. What do you attribute that to, and then how can you get that corrected?
Exactly what I just talked about. You can play the best game of your life, and one play will change the whole game. So as a defense, we want to try to make sure we eliminate those type of plays, eliminate those drives, get off the field on third down, make sure we communicate when offense is trying to go fast to kind of keep us off guard. So good defense just know how to adapt to that situation, and when we see something new that we probably will see this weekend, make sure we get it cleaned up on the sideline or adjust it in the middle of the drive. Because you have to find a way. So we don't try to look for any excuses, and we want to try to do our best every time we step out on the field.
Robert was kind of talking about how the expectations, not internally but externally, have changed for you guys as a defense as the year has gone on. You have so many young guys on the defense. How do you think they've adjusted to that, and how much of a learning process is that when an offense is expecting you guys to be one of the best defenses in the league?
It's just a standard you hold yourself to. A lot of hard work that goes into being the top defense. With the communication, knowing your scheme. That's the first thing you have to do. Make sure you know your job and understanding what your other 10 teammates doing out on the field. And when we feel like when we all playing together, we communicate and everybody on the same page. Man, we've shown to be one of the top defenses in this league. And when one person off or we got one side not understanding what's going on during the play, we all see how that looks. So for us, every time we step out, we want to make sure that we're all locked in. Just make sure we're communicating and executing. And after that, man, we just got to go out there and have fun and just play football.
Does this offense seem very similar to the one that you practice against every day? Because I think it's the McVay tree and the
it's a little bit everything. Minnesota has a little bit of that style. The Rams has a little bit of the style. We got some of it. So just like on defense, a lot of coaches take what they learned and take it with them. So it's just a little bit of everybody's own personality. So it's not going to be exactly the same as the other teams, but you're going to see some similarities. And they've seen similarities too, going against the 49ers because, we have some of the same things that they do. So, I mean, every single week, coaches and players are going to know the scheme. They're going to understand what other teams are trying to do. So it's always going to come down to execution. We can know everything they're going to do, and they can know what we're going to do. But, the better team that executes is going to win the game.